get ready to indulge in the sweet story of Shipley's Do-Nuts. This Houston-based chain has come a long way from its humble beginnings as a mom-and-pop shop. Today, it's a beloved staple of the American South, serving up delicious donuts that are the envy of pastry lovers everywhere. So grab your coffee and get ready to join us on a journey through the history of Shipley's Do-Nuts. From a tiny bakery to a nationwide sensation, here's how it started and how it's going. They say that every successful man has a woman behind him. And in Lawrence Shipley's case, that woman was his donut-loving wife, Lily. Back in the day, Lily's family owned a donut shop in Dallas, where Lawrence learned the art of crafting these heavenly delights. But being the business-savvy chap that he was, Lawrence decided to strike out on his own and opened up his own shop. And get this, he sold it for a whopping $350. With that cash in hand, he moved to Houston and began his quest to create the perfect donut that could withstand the city's steamy weather. It took a lot of trial and error, and probably a lot of taste testing too. But Lawrence finally hit the jackpot with a recipe that could hold its glaze like a champ. And so began the legendary Shipley's Do-Nuts, a donut empire that's been serving up sweet treats for nearly a century. Back in the 1930s, satisfying a Shipley's donut craving wasn't as easy as jumping in the car and heading to the nearest location. No. You had to work a little harder for your donut fix. That's because Shipley's started out as a wholesale bakery, selling their fresh hand-cut donut for a mere $0.05 per dozen. That's right, just a nickel of a dozen of the most delicious donuts you've ever tasted. It wasn't until the mid-1940s that the first retail location opened up, where hungry customers could finally get their hands on a single serving of these heavenly treats. With a cup of coffee, of course. But Lawrence and Lily Shipley weren't content with just one shop. They had their sights set on donut domination. They purchased a building on North Main in 1952 to establish their headquarters. And before long, they were expanding their operation and franchising like crazy. By the swinging 60s, Shipley's had 27 different varieties of donuts and rolls to choose from. Talk about a sugar rush. Despite the passage of time, Houstonians have never had to go without their beloved Shipley's Donuts. Thank goodness for that. Sure, the original bakery at 1417 Crockett Street may have turned into a row of condos, but fear not, because the 3932 North Main location is still standing strong. In fact, it's the oldest Shipley's that's still churning out those delicious breakfast pastries to this day. Up until recently, Shipley's was still a family-owned business, with Lawrence Shipley III leading the charge. He was determined to honor his family's legacy by expanding the company like crazy. And boy, did he succeed. Since taking over in 2005, Shipley's has grown by leaps and bounds, thanks in no small part to Lawrence's business savvy. And just when you thought that they couldn't get any bigger, along came Austin-based private equity firm Peak Rock Capital, who bought Shipley's franchise company and Shipley's Donut Flour and Supply Company in January 2021. Looks like Shipley's is set to keep on expanding, much to the delight of donut lovers everywhere. Can you believe that Shipley's has grown to over 330 locations across 10 states? That's right, you can get your hands on those delicious donuts in Alabama, Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, and of course, Texas. And let's talk about flavors. Oh boy, have they got a lot of them. With 60 different varieties of glazed, iced, jelly-filled, and cake donuts to choose from, there's truly something for everyone. But you know what's amazing? Even with all those options, the classic hexagon-shaped plain glazed donut is still the #1 seller by far. It just goes to show that sometimes the classics really are the best. So if you haven't tried one yet, what are you waiting for? Head on over to your nearest Shipley's and treat yourself to a donut. Or 2, or 3, we won't judge. And while Fred the baker from that old Dunkin' commercial may have set his alarm for 3:30 a.m. to make donuts fresh for customers, at Shipley's they serve hot, fresh donuts all day and all night. It's no wonder that founder Lawrence Shipley Sr. once said, when they bite into that hot donut, it'll bring them back every time. But while Shipley's is a source of pride for Houstonians, the company has also faced some serious allegations. Several lawsuits have been filed against Shipley, accusing the bosses of violence, sexual harassment, and racism. Despite these claims, Shipley's popularity remains strong, and the company continues to give back to the community through its charities. Now, are you ready to learn the untold truth of Shipley Do-Nuts? Let's dive in. And if you like to learn about the history of your favorite eateries, be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Shipley Do-Nuts' donut menu is certainly impressive, with over 60 flavors to choose from. But their pastry prowess doesn't stop there. From apple fritters to bear claws, Shipley's got you covered on the sweet side. And if you're feeling more savory, why not try a kolache, a sausage-filled pastry of Czech origin. The kolache is a unique and tasty breakfast item that Houstonians know and love. In fact, Houston Press declared that Shipley's Boudin kolache, filled with spicy Cajun pork, is the best breakfast food in Houston. If that's not enough to convince you, the Boudin kolache even made it to number 3 on Houston Press's list of 100 favorite Houston dishes. It's no wonder Shipley has remained a beloved Houston institution for over 80 years. Shipley's Donuts might just be the ultimate Houston celebrity hotspot. Grammy-winning singer Lizzo paid tribute to her hometown roots by posting a video dancing outside one of the chain's Houston locations. Even Kylie Jenner, queen of Instagram influencers, couldn't resist a taste of Shipley's sweet treats. But the biggest star power might come from the football legend Earl Campbell, who not only played for the Houston Oilers but also supplies sausages for Shipley's kolaches through his meat company. And while Shipley couldn't snag the title of Houston's best donut shop, losing out to River Oaks Donuts, they can still boast about having a sausage kolache named after a football legend. Maybe next year they'll take the cake, or donut, as Houston's top donut destination. Shipley Do-Nuts may not be the only donut shop in town, but they're definitely winning the race when it comes to giving back to the community. From hosting the annual Donuts Dash to supporting a variety of causes, Shipley is doing its part to make Houston a better place. And on National Donut Day, they don't just give away free donuts. They also donate a portion of their proceeds to the Salvation Army. Talk about sweetening the deal. Plus, Shipley is always on the lookout for a new organization to support. So if you're looking for some dough to help out your school or church, they might just have you covered. So whether you're a donut fanatic or just someone who wants to do some good, it's hard to go wrong with Shipley Do-Nuts. Shipley Do-Nuts is expanding at a rapid pace, with plans to open 70 new locations in Texas, Georgia, and Maryland through its multi-unit franchise agreement signed in 2022. And they're not stopping there. The donut chain is actively seeking franchises to help increase its presence in Colorado, Oklahoma, and the Southeast. With over 350 new units in the pipeline, Shipley is expected to double in size within the next 5 years. But don't think that this expansion means Shipley will be sacrificing quality for quantity. The company is also working on a new coffee program to complement its classic donuts. Looks like Shipley is going to keep running on all cylinders, fueled by donuts and coffee for years to come. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this sweet and delicious journey through the world of Shipley Donuts. But before we say goodbye, let's settle a debate that's been raging in Houston for years. It's time to choose your side. Are you Team Shipley or Team River Oaks? Are you a fan of Shipley's classic glazed donuts, or do you prefer the fancy flavors of River Oaks? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to support our channel. And hey, if ever you're in Houston, why not try them both and settle the debate for yourself? Just make sure you're wearing your stretchy pants and bring your appetite. And who knows, maybe we'll be taste testing some Shipley and River Oaks donuts on the channel soon. Until then, keep calm and donuts on.